Hi guys, this is Angie Beth, My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm coming at you today with handmade or hand created brushes, and they're handmade brushes that make marks. So they're mark makers, and so this is out of a tree branch. And what I mean by making marks is you can dip this into, like, let's suppose you dip it into ink, and do all kinds of marks on your artwork, just on papers, to create different papers, which is what I want to do first. I think I want a coffee dye or bubble coffee dye, and then use this to make marks in black, and maybe then make marks in brown ink. Also, I've heard that you can water down acrylic paint. I haven't done that yet, but I want to experiment with that too. So I have this brush. I just got done making it. It has some faux feathers. You can use anything. You can use things from outside, use things from your craft room, anything you think that you can bundle up a little bit to make some cool marks. So these are some synthetic feathers. And then these are sticks. Just go out anywhere and get your sticks. I would maybe take your sticks for like maybe a couple days or a week and just put them into a plastic bag with no air, just so if there's any little critters living in there, I heard that kills them. Anyway, this is twine at the base. I try to do twine at the base on all mine, so it kind of gives a little barrier between that and the fabric part. And then I've taken some fabric and just wound that around. Then I took some faux leather, wound that around, some faux fur, and wound that around until I got this brush. Okay, let me show you some other ones. I'm going to lift my camera up because these ones are really big. This one would work for just regular size art journal pages type of thing. Like 11 by 14 and down. Okay. Let me show you some brushes. This one is really big. Okay. Hey honey, I'm making a video. Hey honey, I'm making a video. I don't know if you heard me or not. This is made of a really big stick or tree branch. And I love how it looks. Okay, I'll show you. Let me see if I can bring you guys down. This right here is some just some stuff from a palm tree, dried up palm tree. Okay, so there's dried up palm tree, and I have used this one in ink before, and it's really, really cool. And it makes some really cool marks. And then on the other side, I just did some feathers that I found at the beach, in Pismo Beach, when I've been walking along the beach. So I just combined this with the dried up palm leaves. And then this is what this one looks like. Some twine at the end, like I always like to do, faux fur, some type of velvety fabric, more fur, some faux leather, some more faux fur that looks like leopard, faux fur, and then I tie a little twine piece at the end, then I can hang them. So all these are hanging. These big ones are hanging. These just smaller ones that I'm making today, I can keep those in some type of some type of vessel. This one's really cool. It's shaped really different. I'll show you. Hopefully I can get this one off the wall. Well, I can't get it off one way or the other. Just a second. Oh, okay. So this one, it goes like this. Isn't that interesting? So I hold it like that. So that's how it works. So this one, here's the handle. This is just how the branch was. I thought, oh, that'd make a cool one. I loved how cool does it look to have the has a little bit of the bark on it and stuff for the stick. So I left that part, covered that in fabric, some faux fur, and then some twine. And then I used, again, this time I combined faux feathers with real feathers. So these are faux, and these are real feathers that I got on the beach. I'm trying to see which way I need to go. Yeah, faux feathers here, and ones I gathered from Pismo Beach when I was there. So that's another one. And I'll show you one more if I can get this one off of here. This one's really long too. This one again has one of those different, so you hold it here and then see it kind of goes into a V there. So this is palms mixed with some type of like ferny stuff that I just actually is a faux plant in my house. A real feather, and then the palm trees, different parts of the palm tree right here. This part and then this grassy part. So this should, have I marked this one out? Yeah, I did mark this one out. So I can't remember. I want to mark them. I want to experiment with them all again because I can't remember the marks. I also want to maybe make a book experimenting with all these, and you know, naming them or putting a number with them and making like a little journal out of it so I can remember all the different marks it makes. This one again, you hold it like this. These were all interesting because all these branches were just really look how cool that is. So this is the last one. And on this one, the brush part is again that type of fern that I bought. Some more of the palm fawn and just that mixed together. So, all right, so let me put these down and we'll make one. Now the ones we're gonna make are smaller. When you make big ones like this, these can be great also, of course, to make big prints on paper. Like roll out a sheet of paper or get a 18 by 24 sheet of paper or of watercolor paper or whatever. And let me go back down. And you can really dip these in ink or water down paint. It might be easier water down paint because you need a lot of paint to use these. Or you need a lot of ink, so you might want to go with watered down paint. So that's what you need to do when you use these. Have a big surface to work on. Let me put these down on the ground. And so, like I said, this is the one that I just got done making just a little bit ago. I just showed you guys how everything on this one. So I'm interested to see the mark that this one makes. So the stuff I have here is I have, again, just some natural feathers. I don't know why my camera just went dark. Hopefully that's not really dark. Okay, you guys, let's get started with this. Now, if this video seems a little disjointed, it could be a little bit. My camera ran out of juice, so I had to kind of splice this together. So anyway, I know that where I was at was getting ready to make one of these mark maker paintbrushes. And you guys, you know what I thought to call these? Wands. Let's call them mark making wands. I think that's going to be fabulous. So, because they remind me of wands. Since I told you this video is kind of disjointed because I had to go charge my phone and then start the video again and then segment all these videos together. I wanted to show you. I made a few more. Wait, you guys saw this one. I made a couple more of these wands. Look how cool this is. This right here is corn husk. Just the husk of corn. And since I like to, in the design, I like to take some of this twine and twine this. So if some ink gets on it, doesn't get on fabric, it just gets on the twine. But I just left this piece hanging. So when you dip this into the ink or into the ink or a really watered down paint, so it looks like ink, that's also going to make a design or make a mark. But I just want to show you the design of how I did it. I don't think I showed you guys these because I think I made them after my phone died. This right here is cool. It's like a little branch I got from Dollar Tree. Each branch is a fairly nice sized branch. But I just took a little piece of it. It has like these little icicles on it. I thought this will make really cool marks. And here's the design on this one. Neat, huh? So I now have 3 of these made, and I showed you my big ones already. So let's get started on this one. Okay, you have to decide where you want the handle to be. So I want the handle, here we go. I want the handle, this is the shape of it. So I want the handle to be here, okay? And this will be the part where we put whatever we're going to put on the end. And I'm trying to decide what I want to put on the end. I want to put something different that I haven't done yet. So I'm thinking, these are also something from Dollar Tree. These are some more, like the what do you call these type of things? In the floral section. But wouldn't that make a cool mark? So I was thinking about putting that on the end. So I'm going to probably use this. I want to use something that I haven't used yet. Have I done just, oh, and I haven't just done feathers like these ones. I haven't done just feathers like these. I did faux feathers, but these are all natural feathers. This could be a really cool one too. Let's do this one with all the feathers. And these are feathers that I collected from Pismo Beach, California, one of the most beautiful places ever. And these, oh, I should have said too, all these branches were ones that I picked up off of the beach in Pismo Beach, California. It's a place that's just so beautiful, so magical. I love going there. This was a skirt. So we're going to cover this all first with the skirt. I use a little bit of hot glue. Let me stop talking and let me get started making. Okay. And then you just start winding. You can leave some of the wood if you want, or you can cover it completely. I do both, but this one I'm going to cover pretty much. I'm going to cover it all with the fabric. And you can use anything for fabric. You can use clothing that you don't want anymore. You can use old sheets. You can, what is that? Eco dye, which means like maybe you can do some rust dyeing. You could throw it in a pot of coffee or tea. So there we go. This was a blouse or a skirt. I think it was a blouse. And I just love the fabric. And so when the blouse just got kind of old, I'm like, you know what, that fabric, that's a cool fabric. So I've always kept it. Sheets are another good thing, especially if they're white or beige. And then to eco dye them, which means like coffee dye them or tea dye them or do the rust dyeing. Rust dyeing is, I'm going to have a video on that. Rust dyeing is just taking pieces of fabric and wrapping them around rusted items and then throwing vinegar over them. And then it rust dyes them and it comes out really, really cool. Okay, so now we'll put this on the end of here. See, this is just, you guys, this is addicting. I'm going to make a bunch more. And the big ones that I have are really, really cool. I have those hanging above where I'm at, in my studio. These are going to go in some big type of like, some type of ceramic vase. Kind of ethnic looking type of one. And sit at my table. And the other ones are going to hang. And I want to make some really big ones again because I want some more hanging. I want them hanging all the way the length of my window that I'm looking out of right now. Big ones or small ones. These are also just so decorative. Because when you hang them up, they look like little works of art, you know? Look how cool this is. And look how cool to hold it. Oh, I just love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is wrapped the first way with that. Then I have some animal print faux fur. It's like a flat fur. And I don't want to completely cover that other stuff, but I kind of just want to go like this. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So And I would highly suggest using hot glue because you want that instant adhesion. If you try to use fabric glue and all that, I don't know, you're going to be waiting for it to dry. It's just a lot easier if you have a glue gun, so you can just have instant adhesion. So, are you guys going to try this? Are you going to make yourself some mark making wands? They're also called mark making paintbrushes, but I just thought mark making wands would be just, sounds more magical. And I love all things magical and fairy. So, well, I guess that's why I call myself my fairy treasures. Okay, we'll let that glue sit there. I need to put some more glue right here. Put some more glue in here. Just wherever I'm seeing it kind of loosening up a little bit or something, just to make sure. So there's so many things you can use to make marks to add as the brush part of your wand. And so this video is just going to be on making these mark making wands. I will do another video soon here, and we will make marks. I kind of want to make a book, like a mark making book, and just making marks in the book with my wands. But anyway, you can make marks in your backgrounds on your artwork, in your mixed media. When you're making your papers, like your jelly prints, you can use this to make marks on it. Just in your backgrounds, period, for mixed media, or your collages, you can use these to make marks. So, but it'd be kind of cool first to just play around with it and see what marks it makes. And you can use ink, like calligraphy ink type of ink, or you can use, I haven't done it yet, but you can use watered down acrylic paint, especially like maybe black or dark brown. Whatever color you want, but I mean, kind of stuff I do, either black or dark brown would work with my stuff. So I am going to experiment with that and water down some acrylic paint. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Doesn't that look cool? I'm so excited. I love adding a piece of fur. I just think that looks so, I don't know, just looks cool. Yeah, we're going to add the fur right there. And to prepare your sticks, because, you know, there could be some critters living in your sticks. I forgot who said this, but I heard one lady say that when she gets her sticks, she puts them in a plastic bag and puts them in her garage for like a week or so. Just as a precaution. And that should get rid of any bugs. Because I guess they're being starved of oxygen, so. Okay. Okay, let's make sure that's on there good. I kind of keep the handle free of like big stuff like that so that I can just comfortably hold my wand when I'm going to use it for mark making in my art. But look. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay, do I want to add anything else? That's the question. I don't think so. I have some other little fabrics over here that I was looking at. Some gauzy stuff. No. Do I want to add anything else in here like here? Let me see. I'm just testing out to see if I want to add a little more adornment right there. I like that. We'll add that there. Another good place to go get fabric and stuff where you can get it really cheap, besides sheets, your own clothing, is just go to the thrift store when they have clothes really cheap. And if you see the fabric you like, pick it up. And or go in the section where they have sheets, blankets, throws, curtains, and there's always tablecloths. That's what I think this was a tablecloth. They have a ton of good fabric over there. So there we go. See how quickly you make them? It's just so fast. So once you have all your sticks, you can just make a ton of these mark making wands. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to put the mark making thing on the end, right? Okay, so I said I was going to use all these feathers. I had the hugest bag of feathers. To me, they're like it's a treasure trove to have all those feathers. When I was walking along the beach, they're just everywhere because there's all these birds just everywhere on this beach, on all the beaches in Pismo Beach, California. And it's fabulous. I love it. I love walking along, picking up all the feathers, picking up all of the driftwood. So this was driftwood from there. So these are going to be really, really magical to me because of where I picked up my branches and where I picked up my feathers. Okay, we're going to put that on the edge there. Okay. You know what we might do first? Let's first tie these together. Okay, I have some twine. And I think I'm going to twine these together first. Okay. Make sure I'm staying on camera, because it'll make it a lot easier to glue these onto the end of this stick if I... There we go. Just kind of arranging them in something interesting. There we go. So that'll be the mark making tool right there. Cool. We can cut some of this off because it's going to be way too long. All right. Lots of hot glue. Let's put these on. Kind of hold these on so that these glue on. Also, we can trim some more of this part here. Wish I had my Tim Holtz scissors. They're just good for anything like that. My regular scissors still did. It's just the Tim Holtz scissors are awesome. They just cut everything. Okay, so is this... Oh, my hands just got some hot glue on them. It's not burning me. It's just for a second sticky. Okay. Okay, some hot glue is on this side here until that dries off. this is glued on here. Good. Okay. So let's just hold this for another few seconds. Okay. Getting the hot glue off my nails and my fingers. All right, so now what I like to do to, for one, just to make sure that it's that the feathers stay attached, and also for decoration, I like to wrap the twine around this whole part right here. So I like to add a little glue there. So when we start wrapping the twine, it's really nice and attached. Let that sit there for a second. Let me grab a glue stick. Has anyone ever used those glue guns? You can comment below, from Dollar Tree. I saw them. I never bought them because I have so many glue guns. So I wanted to buy it though. I thought maybe I should just buy it just to test it out, but then I was like, whatever. Okay, so I'm just wrapping this twine around. In fact, you know what is easier is if I just twirl my thing and go like this. Then I don't have to keep wrapping it around. A lot faster. Okay, so we're going to take our hot glue again. Darn it. Cement that in the hot glue. And we're still going to go over this. I could even cut this off here. That's what I think I'll do. Let me grab some, I'm going to grab some wire cutters because I think I can get in there better with the wire cutters. You're cutting natural. These are all natural feathers, so see the little like little, you know, what feathers are attached to, like these little bone looking things. Yeah, this is easier with these wire cutters. I would have pre-cut it, but I didn't know exactly where I needed to cut it to. That's why I'd rather just cut it afterwards. Okay. Throw that all in the trash. And let's just add a little bit more twine just to clean that up and make it look a little neater. Either that or a piece of fabric. I might use this. See how that's kind of messy right there? We can cover that. So should I use this? Let's see. What this is, it looks kind of a little bit rough, but I like it. It's a piece of it's like a piece of muslin that I use for tea. That I use for making tea. So that's why it's so brown and grungy looking, but I love it. Oh, see, that looks cool. So we will put that there, and that will hide and also help keep the feathers together on here too. Just another way to cement everything together. A little bit of glue. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Just wind this right on top of itself and put some more glue. So it's kind of cool. It's like you're taking mixed media to making yourself some little mark making wands. I love it. I'm gonna leave it. See, there's like a little string right there. I like the little just disheveled look of that. And then we have some strings hanging a little bit from the fabrics, and I think that's cool. So anyway, let you see. So there's the mark maker. 3 or 4 feathers all put together, and they're on there good. And then, like I said, that tea bag, that muslin tea bag that you can wash and use over and over, but eventually got a hole in it, so I saved it. And then a pretty piece of boho looking fabric, and some animal print flat fur, and then faux fur, and then some more faux fur, and then the animal print faux fur, and then the fabric from my blouse. Look how fabulous that turned out. These are magical, you guys. Make yourself some mark making wands, and then experiment with them. Dip them in ink, test them out and see what kind of marks they make, and then you can start using them in your mixed media, in your backgrounds, in your collages, when you're making papers like jelly prints or coffee stain paper. You can just make marks, and that can make some papers to use in your collage or your mixed media backgrounds, or even to make a card with a bunch of, like a coffee stained card with a bunch of with some mark making over the coffee stains. Fabulous. There's also a thing called coffee bubble paper, and I'm going to make a video on that. I learned it from this girl. I don't know her name, but I will have her name down when I make the video. And you make like coffee bubbles, and it leaves the paper coffee stained with coffee bubbles. It's fabulous. So that, when then making some marks over that would be fabulous. So what I think I'll do is, my next video that I make, I'll show you how to make the coffee bubble paper, and then we'll make marks on it with these. That'll be cool. So we got this one done. We have this one. They're so beautiful. We have 4 of them. This one. And this is a practice that I want to do all the time. Every time I find something that I want to make marks with. Oh, another one that you can make marks with I thought would be really cool is to take when you get like a bunch of, like even this twine. This twine can be a mark maker. So have a bunch of this twine like this and keep winding it together. So imagine this was a bunch of twine, like a big bunch of it right here. And then you can dip this in ink and then go like this and make marks. I've seen that, and that looks really cool too. So let me just show you, there's one more thing. Oh, I found this. Some wheat looking stuff. That was in one of my flower arrangements in my house. Wouldn't that make a cool one? So I'll be doing that one next. Okay, you guys, so that is it. Let me know if you're going to make some of these mark making tools or mark making wands. They're so fun. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe below. Give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Come join our group. It's called Our Magical Little Place. Especially if you decide to make, you can post anything, whatever craft or art you do, you can post on there. But especially if you make some of these mark making wands, share them with the group and come join the group. Also on Sundays at 2 o'clock Pacific time, Angie's art party. Come join. We art together or craft together. I'm usually doing mixed media art, and we have giveaways, and it's just a lot of fun for a couple hours. So, okay, you guys, that is it for this one. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.